here. Today I want to talk about the future of PlayStation because this has been a very strange generation for the PlayStation 5. We've had way less exclusives, but somehow more profitability. Sony continues to brag that they have made
And that's because of third party.
$36 billion on the PlayStation 5, and most of that comes from third-party software.
I thought you PlayStation fanboys said that it came from hardware and exclusive games. You see that, man? Games still won another W. I told you that. I told you people this already, man. Why y'all still arguing this?
Basically,
Dreamcast guy has finally came to his senses.
Other games selling so much, honestly, gaming being so big, it's been very, very profitable for Sony, even though they haven't really been trying to release first-party stuff. There's been discussion about the PlayStation 6.
What about my Wolverine,
This
though?
is just something that doesn't feel necessary yet. There's already a lot of rumors that maybe the PlayStation 6 will drop literally next year, but there was this strange leak last night. Kepler is a leaker that has a 100% track record. He's essentially, it seems like he's probably an employee at one of the tech industries like AMD or NVIDIA or something.
Stop with the excuses, Jimmy.
Beyond just, oh, I heard this at a bar. He seems like
yeah, that's what it sounds like. He most definitely heard this at a bar when he was drinking and he was intoxicated. Look at this. You guys are getting gaming information from a drunk. Did you hear that? The PS5, the PlayStation 6 going to be $700. I'm telling you, even though the upgrade, which is the PlayStation 5 Pro, is already at $900, not including the disc drive, which would bump that up to $1,000 already, and yet you ponies out here saying that the PlayStation 6 is going to be cheaper than my PS5 Pro. Well, if that's the case, then the ones that bought the Pro are stupid because you should have just waited for the PlayStation 6, like people told you. Oh my goodness.
Actually knows what's really going on.
Oh yeah.
And he's been talking about manufacturing for the Xbox, the Nintendo Switch, and the PlayStation a lot. And he says that currently the prototype version of the PlayStation 6 is cheaper than the PlayStation 5. And I want to discuss this because, to be honest, I was offline all day yesterday.
And you ponies believe this?
Just hanging out with friends, touching grass, eating a lot of meat and stuff like that. And while I was out there, a lot of people have been sending this, and a lot of people, I think, don't really grasp what...
You know, these ponies really think that the PlayStation 6 is going to be far cheaper than the PS5 Pro. Come on, man. That sounds like a clear cap, bro. I don't understand what's wrong with these individuals, man. Like I've told you, the prices are only going to go up, and PlayStation, Microsoft, or whoever that manufactures consoles are going to use that to gauge interest. So it would make it easy for you guys to cave in for a PlayStation 6 at $1,000. That's why they're raising the prices. And I know people are like, but Gamester, that makes no sense. Yes, it does, because I brought this argument to y'all so many times. Who would pay $900 for a Pro if you could buy a PlayStation 6 for $1,100, maybe $1,200? It's to gauge the interest to make you go to the next platform. But if you sell something less, then people be like, I'm just comfortable with my PlayStation 5. I don't see the need to upgrade. It's no different than what they do with phones, people. How do y'all not see this?
Blar is saying. So I want to break it down and try and explain this because I do think the console could be cheaper, but I'm not sure it's going to be as inexpensive as you may imagine. Can I afford to stay in this space? Somebody needs to make this cheaper alternative.
It's called cloud gaming. Look at this fanboy Zuby Tech. I'm going to keep buying more PS5 Pros. Go ahead. Because if you guys was that confident that the PlayStation 6 was going to be priced the same as the Pro was, you wouldn't be going out there buying all these Pros right now for the price that they are before the price increase. You guys know that you speaking a whole lot of nonsense. You guys are just salty. You was flaming Xbox for the price increase, and you guys don't want to call a spade a spade. That's all it is. I'm not here justifying the price increase of Xbox. I'm out here telling you that they both doing the same thing. But yeah, you ponies got to save face and be like, oh no, we can't just come out there. We can't bash PlayStation. Matter of fact, the PS6 going to be cheaper than the PS5 Pro. What are you talking about, bro? I mean, you can already tell just by listening to these fanboys that they don't know what they're talking about. Explain to me how a PlayStation 6, which would cost way more to manufacture, will be cheaper than the one that takes less to manufacture. Oh my goodness. You know what, man? You know what? Just go ahead.
like Oracle, Blue Origin, places like Google, they've been buying literally 70% of the global RAM. Literally.
And you know what? And that's impacting video gaming. And this is why Microsoft is focused on cloud gaming. And like we've told you, PlayStation was never a threat towards Microsoft, but this most definitely is. Because now look at it, it's caused, and the funny thing is it wasn't even based off what was going on within the console gaming landscape. This is all based off what Google and this whole AI stuff that they're doing with these supercomputers. That's impacting the gaming industry, which is causing the prices of these things to go up. But yet you guys still think that the PlayStation 6 is going to be $700? Bro, you are lying to yourself at this point.
Simply do not. I just cannot imagine it.
Well, that's what you're going to get. And if you don't like it, go get yourself an Xbox with the Play Anywhere strategy with Game Pass Ultimate, and you can play it to your heart's content. I mean, look at that. Dreamcast guy, you looked a lot better 6 years ago, man. You know, you look like a very healthy gamer. Have you guys noticed that about a lot of these dudes? They just look miserable. You could just tell. You could just tell they're not happy with the gaming industry. I mean, compare this and look at what we got now 6 years going in. And he ain't the only one. There's so many individuals. That's how I know you guys be stressing out over this console war. Because you look so happy holding your little PlayStation. Oh yeah, PS4 generation was so good. I can't wait to jump on that 5. And now we got something look like we got looking in the left, though. You get what I'm saying? You can see it, bro. Just look. You can just see it in their faces. You guys are not happy with the direction of video gaming, man. You guys are not. You guys are looking all sloppy.
They were literally selling PlayStation 3s with bundled games, and it was the store taking the loss just to try and sell any amount of PlayStation 3s. Which is funny because the PlayStation 3 ended up becoming so popular, so big, and have so many games. The PlayStation 3 at the end of that generation ended up winning in total console sales. But
Hold on. So we're going to act like the Wii did not exist? Hold on. Well, Nintendo community, stand up. What? What did we hear? Hold on, what? I can't.
Which is funny because the PlayStation 3 ended up becoming so popular, so big.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
The PlayStation 3 at the end of that generation ended up winning in total console sales.
Are we going to sit here and act like the Wii did not exist here, people? Y'all like games. You see, you're too good. And this is where the whole gaming intellect and knowledge comes in. Mr. Glazing Nintendo. What is this, bro? So we're going to act like the Wii did not exist? Now, if we want a console war, just for the sake of the argument, I would go as far to say the 360. The 360 sold well. Their Kinect sold well. Their games sold well. Their exclusives sold well. A lot of games failed on PlayStation. So Sony had to put so much money to turn the PS3 brand, right, the PlayStation 3 at the time, into something remotely successful. It took a lot of hard work and dedication, on top of the fact that you guys had free online. Xbox, Microsoft was getting money with the games, check. Consoles, check. Call of Duty DLCs coming out on their first, check. Prioritize. The same thing you guys give credit to as PlayStation 4 was all done on the 360. But yet, for some reason, you saying that PlayStation 3 sold the most when in reality it was the Wii. But okay. I mean, I think they all did good that generation, but PlayStation 3 definitely suffered the worst at that time financially. And that's a fact.
But right now, Sony is the default console. I've talked about this in other videos, but right now, PlayStation is a million miles ahead. They have almost 3-to-1 sold more consoles than Xbox. And Nintendo Switch 2 is doing pretty good, but right now, the PlayStation 5 is still drastically outselling it, especially the last couple months.
And it ain't because of exclusives. And we'll see what happens in the next gen. This is why you guys are so worried. We need $700. They don't care about games, guys. They just care about console sales, bro. They don't care about and the funny thing is, speaking of this Last of Us gameplay you got there, I can't believe that Sony hasn't evolved past then. I mean, Last of Us came out on PS3, and yet you're playing it now again on your PS5. You know, there you go. There goes those successful PlayStation franchises where greatness awaits.
That the PlayStation 6, even if it costs less for Sony in an odd way, I think they're still going to probably charge whatever the PlayStation 5 Pro costs. I think they're sort of trying to get people acclimated to it. I've been sent some stuff from certain subscribers.
Now, he brought up a portable, which, if that's the case, the portable will probably be more likely priced at that. That's where probably the whole $700 argument's coming from. But in regards to the base console, yeah, that's definitely $1,000. I think we all know this, man. I don't know why people are continuing to cap, man, in the PlayStation community, because this console will mean so much to them that they know that PlayStation needs to charge way less than what Xbox is doing, because Microsoft's about to take over. They know this.
That they think this is sort of a strategy from PlayStation. That maybe PlayStation doesn't necessarily need to mark up these prices. Now, this is a tinfoil hat thing, but it is something I've seen some people sort of whispering in my ear and putting in the comment section, which is that maybe it's not necessarily that Sony needs to mark these prices up. It's that they're trying to make it so you're used to how big these price tags are, so you're ready when they announce that PlayStation 6. And no matter...
Gamester, what another W. Who called it? Everybody knows I'm the one that called it. I said that they're raising the price. Like, bro, what? I said that. Everybody knows. I've been saying that since the beginning, that they're raising the price of these platforms to help gauge interest into, like you said, to be comfortable in spending a little bit more to get the new device. Gamester, what another W. It's so funny. You guys waited 2-3 years for this? I told y'all this already.
What? Even if it's $1 cheaper, it feels like a better deal.
Yeah, you're right. Because what's going to end up happening, that the PlayStation 6 is not going to be $1,000. It's not, guys. I'm telling you, Gamester here is telling you, it's not going to be $1,000. It's going to be $999.99. You're saving a penny.
Oh, right now it's $1,000.
But what about tax, Gamester? What about...
Gamester has left the building.
$1 to get a PlayStation 5 Pro, but it's only $900. Only $900.
Yeah, it's really $1,000 if you count in the disk drive.
PlayStation 6, or if they sell it for $850, people go, "Wow, it's $150 cheaper to get that PlayStation 6. Of course, I'll trade on my PlayStation 5 Pro."
It's not that it's going to be less; it's going to be more. They're pricing up the old device to make the other one seem more premium. What do you not understand? The PlayStation 6 not going to be less; it's going to be more. The Pro priced at $900 is to gauge the interest of the PlayStation 6 that's possibly going to be at $1,000 and up. That is why they're doing it. That's why Microsoft has increased it. That's why Nintendo, even Nintendo has done it with their old OLED model, $350 to $400. What did I tell you guys before? Why would you buy the Switch 1 OLED and get access to less games if you could pay $100 more or get yourself a Switch 2? Or have a friend, a dummy friend like me, to where he gets tired of his Switch 2 and he sells it to you for $300. Oh my goodness.
Grab it, right? Look at this.
I'm done, bro. I'm done. At the end of the day, we all know the truth, man. You guys are not going to pull this one underneath our noses, man, and act like the PlayStation 6 is going to be cheaper. Unless they got that portable coming out there, maybe. But in regards to that base console, expect something very similar to what you're getting with that Pro. Because if the PlayStation 6, and even if that is, let's just say hypothetically, if that is the case, then that means that anybody that bought the PlayStation 5 Pro got most definitely played, because you paid $700 for a PlayStation 6 that will come out for the same exact price. It makes no sense. You guys don't know what you're talking about. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. Like I said, take care, man, and enjoy your Red Bull, because it gives you wings.